morning, your majesties. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you that are new here, welcome to my YouTube channel and happy day 23 of Princessgiving. I cannot believe it's already day 23 and Annabelle says hi. So I'm going to be continuing the Chronicle of Life series. Now, for those of you that don't know, I am going to be meeting Adam McIntyre on February 25th. And so he kind of inspired me to do this series because his tour is called the Chronically Online Tour. So thank you, Adam, for inspiring me. So, okay. So, chapter 22, drug testing person. Okay, in a beautiful sanitarium, a woman in a long plain dress was watering flowers in the garden with a small kettle. She has been working here as a nurse for some time. This was a gentle smile on her face. She smiled and nodded to everyone who passed by. Regardless of whether it was the old man or the children, they all liked her very much. They addressed her affectionately as Miss Tallland. Vanessa, didn't I tell you that it's windy and you weren't allowed to spend much time outdoors? Curran's familiar tone was mixed with a trace of reproach. He stepped forward and took the kettle from Vanessa's hand. He took a thick coat and draped it over Vanessa's shoulders. Why does Dr. Norton have time to visit me? Vanessa had an elegant smile on her face. She also knew that Curran was for her good and obediently followed his feet into the interior of the sanitarium. She has lived there for more than 2 months. I was worried about you, and it happens that I have nowhere to go on vacation, so I come here to see you. After more than 2 months of recuperation, Vanessa's body gradually recovered to a sub-healthy state, but it could collapse at any time. Elvira stabbed her in the basement back then, causing great harm to her body. The medicine on her body, the humid and hot environment in the basement, and the excessive loss of blood had killed half of Vanessa's life. After Curran was kicked out of the villa, he was still worried about Vanessa and secretly flipped back through the fence. To Dr. Norton, who had always been gentle and refined, this behavior was truly embarrassing. However, he happened to meet Elvira dragging Vanessa to the basement door, seeing that Elvira was covered in blood, and rushed out of the basement. Curran realized that something was wrong. Fortunately, the basement door was unlocked. He rushed in anxiously and saw Vanessa laying in a pool of blood. Her eyes were out of focus and she was on the verge of death. Curran took Vanessa to the hospital for emergency treatment and used his personal connections to buy a female corpse from the family of the deceased at high price. He took advantage of the lazy night to put it back in the basement. When we go to Dr. John for treatment tomorrow, Vanessa, don't be afraid. I will accompany you. Curran had a gentle smile on his face, not mentioning the fact that Oswald had met him a few days ago. Vanessa almost died before getting rid of Oswald. He didn't want Vanessa to get involved with Oswald anymore. I'm all dying, so what's there to be afraid of? Vanessa was calm, but she was always surrounded by a faint sadness. Oh. After experiencing the last thing, Vanessa also left some sequel sequel. She was afraid, or is it sequel? Sequel or sequel? She was afraid of blackness, cold, and even the sound of closing the door. The trauma on her body aggravated the deterioration of Vanessa's liver cancer. Um, in order to allow Vanessa to receive better treatment, Curran used all of his savings to send Vanessa abroad. She took the risk of trying a drug that has not been approved and was being tested. Anyway, she is dying, so it was better to have a try. You came at the right time today. I have something for you. If anything happens to me, there's no need to worry about the things behind me not being properly arranged. Vanessa was calm, as if she wasn't talking about her life and death anymore. Oh, as if she wasn't talking about her life and death. I don't know why I said it anymore. Anyway, she took out a large brown envelope from the drawer of the room and stuffed it into Curran's hand. You can understand that this is my suicide note. Nonsense. Curran shoved the brown envelope back into Vanessa's hand. You'll definitely be fine. Vanessa smiled and didn't force him. She then followed Curran to the medical center and started a new life as a drug testing person. Jeez. Okay. Oswald read the documents on the table. The assistant lightly knocked on the door of Oswald's office and walked in with a thick stack of information. Mr. Simon, we have investigated the situation of all of the friends beside Mrs. Simon, as well as their recent whereabouts. According to the instructions, Oswald nodded and said calmly, put it down. You must keep an eye on Curran. Recently, it is very likely that he is the key to me finding her. Oswald put down the documents in his hand and returned to read the information. The assistant couldn't help but sigh silently. As long as something was related to Vanessa, Oswald would always pay exceptionally attention to it. It was even for some miraculous miracles that they were almost impossible, or for some old friends that Vanessa had not contracted many years ago. Oswald was also willing to give up his precious rest time. Everyone would be carefully questioned by him, but the final result was disappointing. Day after day, Oswald's tickets to search for Vanessa were already stacked in a thick stack. Oswald would personally go to every city that claimed that Vanessa had appeared. However, the final result was still disappointing. In the blink of an eye, it was a spring festival. Oswald sat alone in the villa where he and Vanessa lived, looking at the empty dining table. Vanessa, are you really still alive? Oswald's eyes reddened as he was drunk. My goodness. Okay. So, that's going to be it for today's video. I will save the other chapter for tomorrow because I don't want this video to be too long. So, if you're new here, hi, I'm Princess Peyton. Hit the red button to become Your Majesty and hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a video. And I love you guys so much. You guys are the best human beings ever made. And you're the king of my heart and the song lyrics of Taylor Swift. Annabelle says goodbye too. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Okay, love you. Bye. Love you guys. Bye.